Write the counts for each measure. First, we're going to count each measure. Measure number 1, measure number 2, measure number 3, measure number 4, measure number 5. Now we're going to take a look at the time signature. Time signature is 2-4, which tells us we have to count to 2. There's going to be 2 beats for every measure. And the bottom number, which we have as a 4, informs us that a quarter note will receive 1 beat. Let's begin with measure number 1. We have a quarter note. It receives 1 beat with a circle. Another quarter note, 2, circle. Remember, it's a 2-4 time signature, so we see that there's a bar line. We're going to begin again every time with a bar line with 1. We have a half note. It receives 2 beats. We're going to draw 1, 2, circle. Another bar line, so we begin with 1. Quarter note receives 1 beat. Another quarter note, another beat, but we're going to label it 2. Another bar line, we're going to count again, beginning with 1. We have a half note, so it receives 2 beats. Circle because it's going to be played. Another bar line, we come to measure 5. Once again, we begin with a 1. We have another half note, so we put a 2 in a circle. This is how we would clap this piece. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The next practice, write the counts for each measure. Once again, we begin by labeling the measures. Measure number 1, measure number 2, measure number 3. Then we look at the time signature. We have a 3-4 time signature. That tells us there's going to be 3 beats per measure. And the 4 on the bottom, once again, tells us that a quarter note gets 1 beat. Let's begin. Measure number 1, 1 beat, another quarter note, and another quarter note. We have a bar line, which then tells us we have to begin with beat 1. Since we have another quarter note, we have another quarter note, and another quarter note. We have another bar line. We begin with 1 again, but this time we have a half note. It receives 2 beats, so we're going to go 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.